Hi, Facebook family. How are you? This is Carmen, and I wanted to come on and share my finishing stronger 2016 stronger, which I had never done before. If you do not know me, my name is Carmen Mercado, also known as Fit Journey by Carmen. And I had been on a journey since summer, actually June, yeah, 2012, I believe, 2012. I have to check on that, I believe so. And I had never actually, well, back then we didn't have this live chats, so I couldn't hop on and share my journey. So I would share my journey through pictures and by giving you guys updates. So this time I wanted to do something totally different. So I wanted to come on as I go through my journey and share with you what does it feels like to start a fit journey. Even though I have been doing it for a while, the truth is that when you start your journey, it's like you're doing it all over again. So it's just, I like to change and start new things every, I don't know, 30, 60, or 90 days. So to me, it's like starting all over again, but I always want to get better at it. I always want to tweak my nutrition. I always want to learn more about my nutrition and how my body reacts to it. That way I get to know my body even better, and I know by now I know more or less what suits me well and what doesn't. So as you go along your journey and you're paying attention to your way of eating, the things that you're adding, the things that you're taking out, that's when you start, hi Michael, nice to see you. Is a way to really get to know your body, because not everybody assimilates and reacts the same way. So I believe it has been 20 days. I have to go and check my math, but I believe I kick-started this finishing 2016 stronger on October 9 or 8. I have to check my calendar. And I decided to finish the year stronger with hammer and chisel and max 30. The way that I had laid it out on my calendar is that I'll be doing hammer and chisel October and November, and then I would finish in December with max 30. So it has been, I believe, 3 weeks, so far 3-4 weeks into it. And at the same time that I started my journey, I also host private groups. And that is really the key for my journey, having these accountability groups that keep me on point. Because, it's not me just showing up and telling somebody what to do. I held myself accountable, so every day I show up no matter what. Whether everybody else does it or not, I show up. I wake up early and I post my pics about my workout. I start my day and I share with the group that I'm doing my workout, that I get my sweat on that morning, and I do that every single day. So this is the thing, that is really the magic. I think accountability is really what makes you great. It makes you go from good to great in anything that you do in life, anything. I want you to take these tips and just apply them in your marriage, in your business. Because if you're not willing to hold yourself accountable, there's something wrong right there. It's like I always say, if let's say on Tuesday I say, okay, on Tuesday let's post a pic of a dish that you ate. If you think twice about taking that picture of that dish, it means that you know right there that you shouldn't be eating it. So it's the same thing about accountability. If you're not willing to hold yourself accountable, it's because you know deep inside that you're not doing things right. And maybe you're not accurate, or you're not 100% wanting to change your health. I always say health because I do not want people to get into their fit journey for how they're gonna look outside. I think that's a bonus. That is something that happens with the compound effect. When you start your journey and you're consistent and you don't stop and you get better at it, of course you're gonna see transformation. It will happen if you're doing it consistently. But that happens with accountability. And that's the difference between going to the gym and having somebody to hold you accountable. Because I was a gym addict. I actually, if you have heard me before, I met my husband at the gym. But even when I was going to the gym and I had this awesome group of people that I would meet up at the same time every day to, work out, it was more like a hangout. It wasn't like people were there to tell me, okay, I want to make sure that today you're going to do legs and that you're doing your legs right and that you're pushing yourself. They were not doing that. They just were there just to say hi and hang out and, a different mindset. And when I found this private accountability groups that now I host for others and had at the same time giving me the benefit of keeping myself accountable through my journey, is totally different. Is the accountability, is the positive mindset. You see some dark shadow back there. Those are my doggies. By the way, heads up, because I was doing a video live the other day and they started barking like crazy and I even lost my train of thought. So please just bear with me if all of a sudden they go a little crazy. Somebody's at the door or something like that. But anyways, I strongly believe, because I'm basically a product of what an accountability group does for you. I remember when I started my first one, I had to submit every single day everything that I was eating. So I used to log my meals on fitness paper. No, fitness. Oh, I forget the name of the app. I still have it on my phone, but I cannot check it. Fitness something. So basically, I would log my meals every single day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, everything that I was eating, and I had to submit it on a daily basis. So, oh my goodness, that really opened my eyes, because you get to see every single little thing that if you don't track it, it's like that saying, out of sight, out of mind. When you start tracking it, that's when you start to realize, wait a second, I shouldn't be doing this and I shouldn't be doing that. And why am I eating this? And why am I going for that? There's something that is triggering it. You get to know your patterns and your behaviors in a total different aspect. So that's why I love and I host these groups every month. And I keep them small because I like to give myself and help them in every single way, as long as they want me to, and as long as they want to learn and they want the accountability and they want to get their fitness or their life to the next level. Because I only do not talk about nutrition and fitness. I think the mindset plays such an important role in your fitness. And I didn't know this, but I discovered this being a coach, because you get exposed to a lot of personal development. And when I started getting personal development in my life, it was like boom. It's like I discovered a total different world. I can be talking about it for hours endlessly, and I cannot say enough. I can tell you that it just changes your vision about your life, about everything. I mean, like I said earlier, everything that I expect here, it will resonate with everything in your life, with your marriage, with your relationships. And that's what personal development does. It resonates with everything. It makes you want to be a better version of yourself. And that changes your attitude. That changes your goals, that changes where you want to go in life, that changes, and that once, um, at least in my case, it pushed me to want to get to know myself better and want to change those things that I wasn't happy about. Those things that I have the power to change, and we all have that power. But it takes, it takes a commitment. It takes dedication. It's just like, I think fitness and changing the vision about nutrition and fitness is like any other endeavor that you start in your life. If you decide to go to school, it would require your attention. It requires that you commit to it. It's the same thing when you have a brand new baby. It requires your attention, and it's just tweaking. It's just tweaking because it gets to the point that it just becomes a habit. Is when you have a baby for the first time, you have to tweak your life. You have to adjust. So I want you to use the same analogy when it comes to fitness. You have to adjust, and at the beginning, it would always be a little difficult because you're breaking bad habits and replacing them with new habits, and it takes some time to adjust. Some people adjust right away, like cold turkey. I'm one of those. Some other people take baby steps, and there's nothing wrong with it, as long as you do want to make the changes, that you don't make that as an excuse for doing baby steps, but in reality not doing anything at all. I hope that makes sense. I'm back. I think I got disconnected, but no. But so I want you to visualize fitness, and I cannot stress this enough because people that might not know me might think that, I'm just a chick with abs and this and that, but it's when I started my fitness, it was just about health. I was struggling with my health, and that gave me like a slap on my face. Like, it really opened my eyes, and it really pushed me to take control over my health. Instead of just dictating doctors just to tell me you're gonna be in medication for the rest of your life, I simply said that is not gonna be my case. I have the power to change my future. So that's when I really decided to get into my fitness and look at it in completely different way. It's more than a number on the scale. It's not about abs. It's not about how you look on the outside. It's how you change in the inside that it transforms and it changes on the outside. There's a different mindset. There's a different click when you start seeing it and applying it that way. That you do get bonuses on the side, like I said. Eventually, when you do things over and over again, that is called the compound effect, you get the side effects. You get that lean tone body. It happens. But it shouldn't be what triggers you to begin your journey. So let me just share with you, tracing back to what I'm doing. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I started doing, I started the year with hammer and chisel. I absolutely love this program. I did Max 30 a year before, and I started the year with it as well. So these are programs that I have done before. I do like to go back to certain programs that I'm passionate about. Like I said, I do like to change things up. I do not stay on one program forever because your body gets used to it. You're not challenging yourself. So the last time that I did hammer and chisel, I think it was back in, I don't know, maybe March, something like that. So I wanted to bring it back, but I'm giving it a twist, okay? So what I'm doing with hammer and chisel, I'm doing it on demand, okay? So I do not have the actual book with me to show you, but basically when you get the program, you get a booklet that it teaches you how to calculate your calories, so that you know exactly how much you need to consume based on your goals, okay? So my goals is always, or this time is to build muscle. So that means that I need to eat a lot. I mean, guys, a lot, okay? And it takes adjustments. I mean, I have been eating for, like I said, I think it's 20 days. And I'm sore. I mean, today when I was driving to the office, I was like moving on my seat, and I felt like bumps here, like in the middle of my back, and like, is that my hair? It's like the seat is uncomfortable today, and it's like, I guess the muscles are like that. I was like, I need my chiropractor today. But that's a good thing. That means that is working. That is an awesome feeling. So if at the beginning it's good, you're gonna feel like every single hair is gonna hurt, because your body is adjusting, you're pushing yourself, you're changing your routine. You're gonna start feeling muscles and places in your body that you were not working before. So it is, you know, a journey on the first 3 weeks. It is a journey. But if you commit and you go through the 3 weeks, whoa, like the force comes in and you get the power, okay? So for my goals, I'm building muscle. So that brings me into a bracket that it is based around 1,800 to, let me see here, to 2,100 calories. This girl can eat, guys, okay? This girl, you will be surprised. This girl can eat. Normally, I'm in a bracket under 1,800, okay? But for this program, I'm pushing myself to the next level, which is between 1,800 to 2,100. So let me give you just a glimpse as to what that is. And everything that I'm showing to you comes with your program. So in this case, I do not have the book with me, somewhere here on my shelves. If you heard me from the beginning, I was a little late because it was raining like cats and dogs, and it took me like an hour to get home. So I didn't get a chance to get all the booklets. But since I'm doing it on demand, you get everything electronically. So you just simply have to just go to the program, and everything that you get as the hard copy, you also get it as a soft copy. So that, like I said, I'm on plan C as in Charlie, for 18 to 2,100. So let me just show you how much I'm eating for this program. And I just realized I haven't quite been eating. I have been missing a few veggies and protein, so I have to get my gain on. So that means that I have been eating, for vegetables, 5 of these containers. For fruits, I have been using 3 of these containers, okay? For protein, 5 of these containers. For carbs, which is the yellow one. For fat, 1 of this, but I'll be honest, I do 2 fats. This is what is called seeds or dressing. I only use it for seeds, and I use it for pumpkin seeds. I like to have that crunchiness in my salad. That's the only thing that I use this for. Actually, I'm lying. Sometimes I put coconut flakes in it. But like 99% of the times, I do toasted pumpkin seeds, okay? And there's teaspoons that I do for either coconut oil or almond butter, and I get to have 5 of those, okay? So this is the thing. All these containers that I just showed to you is what is called portion control, okay? If you have seen my post, I talk about portion control and how you follow at the beginning of my journey back on 2012, I didn't have the portion control. So I used to weigh and log everything by hand. And I used to add it up just for me to have a visual of how much I needed to eat and have a visual of what a portion was. As I would go on with my day and whenever I would go to a restaurant and so forth, for me to have a vision, that way I could like spread my plate and know how much to eat. Now this makes it even easier because you don't have to really weight anything or calculate anything. Sometimes I do just for my own purpose, just to make sure that I'm like right on the dot. But for most parts, I just use my containers. So what I do is that when it's time for me to eat, I just measure it and put it into my plate. So that's basically what it is. But let me tell you guys, when it comes to carbs, I am not a starchy carb type of girl. In my journey, I have learned that a lot of things have changed with my body, and I don't assimilate a lot of things the same way. So my carbs are more from vegetables than from starchiness. Sometimes I do sweet potato, sometimes I do baby, colorful, organic potatoes. But for most parts, I'm not into beans, not into grains. Very, very little rice, very little bread. And I just swap them with more veggies. So I tend to get my carb portion more from vegetables than from the typical carb that people are used to, okay? But that is something that I had learned throughout my journey. That doesn't mean that I didn't start it. I mean, you have to start your journey and getting to know your body in order to know what suits you and what doesn't, and what makes your body feel more energetic and what it doesn't. So that's why it's so important for you to really be intentional about your journey and about, you know, having accountability, because that opens your eyes, that changes your vision, it changes the way that you get results. Because when you become intentional and when you become accountable, you're more aware of what really you are doing. And if you really get to be truly honest with yourself, it's like looking at yourself in the mirror and saying like, what's up? You know, do you really want this or you don't? If you do want this, why are you eating that? And if you know you need to work out, why are you watching TV? Or why are you scrolling Facebook? You know, it's those self-awareness that you start to develop when you have accountability, okay? And I understand not everybody's used to be accountable. I mean, for most of you, maybe the last time that you were held accountable was when you were going to school. Not always at your job you get to be accountable for something. And not a lot of, I mean, I'm not going to say not a lot of people. I mean, I think it's a human nature that we don't like to be accountable, because we really get to know ourselves a little better. And you really get to know when you really are slacking, when you really are making excuses, when you really are not doing what you're saying that you want to do. It's like actions speak louder than words. So that's one, really guys, what have transformed my journey into everything. It started as a fit journey, and it has transformed into really in my entire life as a person, in my relationships, by simply having accountability. Nowadays, back then I only had accountability for my fitness. Nowadays I have accountability for almost everything. I have personal mentors for my business, for mentors for my goals, mentors for my team, and actually now I I crave accountability because I have learned that it can be, difficult and it can be uncomfortable. But oh my goodness, when somebody pushes you and takes you to the next level and you find things that you thought you could never do before, you just crave it. You just want, okay, what is next? What am I capable of doing next? And what is going to be my next goal? And even if I don't reach it, it was awesome because their journey to that place, it is really what accountability is all about. Is the goal, it would always be reached. Like I said before, it's that compound effect. It is undoubtable. It will be reached. It would be there. You will achieve it. But it's that journey, that accountability that is going to teach you, is going to make you a better person. It's going to change all your tomorrows. So guys, that's what I wanted to share with you on my first 20 days about my journey into finishing 2016 stronger. I hope I have inspired you not to store information in your brain, but to make you want to change now, okay? Whether you have your own coach or you don't, and you have been putting your fitness on the side, you're more than welcome to join my next accountability group. I'm hosting one from November, right after Thanksgiving. I don't have the dates with me, and it will be right before Thanksgiving. So you have, enough time to get your journey on track or get your journey started, get a strong platform, be ready for Thanksgiving and to enjoy it with your family without feeling guilty, but feeling energetic, feeling like you have the power to enjoy those moments without feeling guilty, and at the same time still feel on track. Because life would happen. This is, I do not encourage or teach something that is unrealistic. Life happens. It's just how you react to it. That is the key and the perspective about it. Life would always happen. Negative things would always happen. But it's your mentality and your accountability that is going to teach you or is going to help you see them in a total different way. I hope that makes sense. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me privately. Leave any comments below. I'll be coming back maybe 20 days from now to share what has happened from this point forward. I'm still adjusting to my eating. Like I mentioned before, I just realized I have been a little short in my proteins and in my veggies. I normally used to having 4, now I have to do 5. I have been doing my workouts in the morning. To me, it is the best time. Before, it was midnight, but it's a journey. You get to find what works for you, and little by little, you get to change it and shift it and make it better. That's what matters. So whatever you decide to do, whatever changes you bring into your life, just be patient, okay? Be patient, but be willing to do something about it every single day. And you will find, like I said, that compound effect. And if you haven't read this book, I advise you. In my accountability groups, I do stress personal development, and this is one of the books that I always encourage, Compound Effect, the Compound Effect. This would give you a different perspective about life, about the things that are not just instant gratification, about being patient about your goals and how to reach them, and about enjoying the journey throughout your goals in your fit journey, which is, life, relationship, marriage, business, anything, just becoming the best version of yourself. So thank you guys. I probably missed a few things. I didn't have a script. I didn't have pointers. I just went with the roll. So if I had missed something, hi, Summer. Nice to see you. Like I said, if I have missed something or if you have any questions, by all means, post them below or message me privately, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. If you missed it, my next group starts after after Halloween. So I believe that's next Tuesday, and it runs all the way to before Thanksgiving. So if you want more information, feel free to reach out to me. If you want to hop on the phone and talk to me, on the phone, I'll be more than happy. If you want to do a one-on-one face-to-face, I'll be more than happy. I'm here to answer your questions, but most importantly, to get you started into your journey to a better you, a better health. And like I always say, having an intentional journey for your golden years. That is the key. Guys, we're not getting any younger. So remember, what we do today changes everything tomorrow. So if you need motivation as to why you should do it, think about your golden years. Think about not breaking the standard. Think about not having to have a medicine cabinet. Instead, have fitness, have a better nutrition. Feed yourself better today so you can see the side effects tomorrow. Have a great night, guys. Share this video with somebody else. And as always, empower your life and live intentional every day. Ciao.